You're watching Your View.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. It is a Thursday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew along with Grande and the Brown Man, and we're coming to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com, just 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. Sammy's Restaurant and Bar over here, Blackjack and Poker over here, smoke-free environment. I almost knocked off my Manscaped products right here. This is the new Manscaped body wash. I almost just knocked it off. I have it sitting here, just a little product placement for those of you that are watching on YouTube and TV. I almost just knocked it off right there. Yesterday, I dropped the whole box. It was a disaster. So anyway, we're just getting rolling here on a Thursday afternoon. And fellas, today, we're going to visit with Fat Tony, who is going to tell us about his big charity event next week where we take 100 kids. We give them $100 per child. We set them free in a Walmart and say, kids, go get whatever you want for the holiday season. They might be getting stuff for themselves, maybe family, friends, whatever. But I will tell you guys this. Fat Tony every year tries to raise $10,000 for this beautiful event that he's putting on. Right now, only at $3,800. Saturday, when we go out on the boat on Next Level Sailing in the Yacht America, as everybody gets to drink Mike Hess beers and seltzers, and everybody gets this incredible whale watching cruise from Next Level Sailing, and as we give everybody the Kaplan and Crew hoodies as a gift from us, I mean, you're really getting like a $300 value for just, and you're our guest. And I'm just hoping that while on the boat, people will dig into their pockets a little bit. Actually, Fat Tony's got like one of those QR codes on his phone where you can just tap it and, you can donate right there, or you could Venmo, whatever. But we're going to try and help him get to that goal of $10,000. And hopefully we can go down there. It's Thursday. No, what day of the week is it next week? It's
the 14th.
14th is what day? Is it Thursday? No. It can't be Thursday. It's probably Tuesday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to be down there next Tuesday night. We go every year. We like to do something down there and, do social media videos.
This show's got a lot of, we're doing a lot these days. We're showing up on Friday. We got the boat on Saturday. We got this on Tuesday. Whew.
Yeah, we're busy. Well, the thing on Friday is Browner will be down at Hot Sauce. Gosh, I am all over the place today. Browner will be at West Coast BBQ Shop on Friday between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. So if you want to come down, eat great food, take a look around the store, visit with the Brown Man, take pics, whatever, hang out. Browner will be at West Coast Barbecue Shop, 2330 Proctor Valley Road on Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then on Saturday, we'll be at the cruise. We'll probably all get to the Yacht America about 2:30 in the afternoon. Don and Lori Benson putting on a pregame tailgate party. Then 3:30 the cruise sails. 5:30 the sun sets. It'll be cold. We'll all be jumping back in, and it's gonna be a really great time. And then
where's
Tuesday
the after
next
party?
week. The after party is a good question. This is an interesting question. The after party, because we're kind of down.
Are you gonna do the Kaplan Irish goodbye like you're known for? Are you gonna say thanks for coming out and then you're long gone? Because I know you are.
It depends.
Fake right now, though.
It kind of depends because our girl Linda Welby's coming on the boat on Saturday, and she lives down in the Point Loma area, and I'm trying to figure out if we're kind of, because you asked about the after party. I don't think we can invite 70 people to Linda's house. But that, or maybe we do an after party. Right around the corner, you got the Brigantine, you got Catch, you've got Humphreys.
Waterfront.
There's a lot.
Valley High. Let's get some Mai Tais.
No. Browner may have just had the best idea. Maybe we go from the boat area, down by Humphreys and Valley High. Maybe we go across into downtown and we go to the waterfront for Slider Burgers.
Yeah, because there won't be food. There won't be food, so this would be a great place for all. We've always talked about them sliders. It's time for people to come enjoy them.
That's a good idea.
I know where I'm going post boat.
Where are you going?
To waterfront.
I don't know if I want to throw it out there. I want to maybe be my exclusive post party.
Why? Where are you going? Yeah, I thought you're not going to invite everybody else to go.
Clearly not.
Clearly not. It's a little exclusive post boat party.
Okay. All right.
Well,
like I said, Linda Welby and her husband, they live down that way, and I have a feeling that they're going to be like, "Yo, come over afterwards." I'm like, "Yo, can we bring all 70 people with us?" I don't know if that's going to happen.
Probably not.
That will happen.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
But I like how Scott's like,
Maybe.
Probably
Yeah.
not going to be there for the after party, but let me give everybody a hard time about the after party.
Well, but I mean, if you tell me where your after party is, maybe I'll join you. It doesn't sound like I'm invited, frankly.
Epic Brewing, right around the corner.
Oh, really?
We've had them on before.
Yes, we
It's
have.
my favorite spot. It's my favorite brewery. It's favorite location, and they make great beer. And it's right there, right before, like right as you enter Shelter Island. It's on the water right there.
Well,
To
maybe
the
that
left
should
or
be
to the right? It's to the left, yeah.
It's like behind Ketch and
okay.
that area, along
Yeah.
along where all the boats are, the docks and stuff.
Yeah.
Over there, yeah. In the
So-
middle of Ketch and Point Loma Seafood.
We got anything going on with the Epic guys that maybe we should have like an official after party there?
Just gonna show up and
All right.
give them my money.
There you go. All right,
Yeah.
very good. So listen, I'm feeling very much in the holiday spirit. I just want to say that right now, because today we're going to have on Fat Tony. He's going to tell us about this great charity event that he's having. We're going to help out these kids next week. Tomorrow, Browner is down at West Coast Barbecue Shop in Chula Vista, and the holiday spirit will be flowing there as well. Saturday is the big yacht trip on the Yacht America with Next Level Sailing. Captain Fathom and Captain Troy are both stopping by today. I looked at the weather. Even though it's rainy and chilly here in San Diego today, it's supposed to be a gorgeous day on Saturday, so that should go well. And it's going to be a great couple of days. And like I said, I'm feeling very much in the holiday spirit. Part of why, fellas, is because I'm starting to receive holiday cards in the mail. I don't know if about you guys.
Oh no, this again? You didn't like those cards last year.
What do you mean I didn't like those cards last year?
You had them all on your desk, and you was like, "Oh, you all these cards, and I don't know who to send."
Well, there are some times when I get holiday cards and I just don't know who it is, and I don't know
Right.
how I'm on their list. I feel a little guilty that I don't reply with holiday cards. I mean,
Right.
do you guys do holiday cards?
Come on, people know not to expect that from me.
Yeah,
Dude, I haven't even taken engagement photos yet. You think I'm gonna go do holiday cards?
I know.
Been engaged
Well,
for
I'm
2
not.
years.
Yeah, I'm not doing holiday cards. I haven't done holiday cards in many years. It was the kind of thing that my ex-wife used to do, and she used to do it well. But without without a wife, man, there's nobody in my house that has the capabilities, the bandwidth, or the desire. But I will say this: it's lovely to get holiday cards from people. It makes me puts me in a really good mood. I got this one right here. This is from my friend Mark Rabb, aka the Rabbi, and Mark sent this holiday card with his new wife, and on the front of it is this ridiculous picture of them in their Halloween costumes. Not her, him, or not so much her. Um, and inside, it was really nice. They have a picture of from the wedding because Mark just got remarried not that long ago, which is really great because this is a guy. You guys have heard the story. He played football at USC, and then was living here in San Diego because he went to Helix High School. And this guy, what a story this guy is. This guy was so broke in college. He was so poor in college. He didn't eat. He would actually go into the USC football training room and take like whatever prescription pills he could to suppress his appetite because he had no money for food. It was a crazy story. And anyway, he's got kids. One of his kids, Logan, is a lifelong muscular dystrophy kid in a wheelchair. And this guy has just sacrificed his life for this child. Well, as it turns out, about a year or so ago, he had like major health related problems and surgeries, and they ripped his chest open. I mean, it was a mess, dude. Well, now he's back. He's healthy. He's remarried to a beautiful woman, and they look so happy. The only thing is, Rab, if you're listening, bro, I think you guys misspelled a word on the back of the card because
Come
there's a
on,
beautiful.
don't be that guy.
He's always that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Scott's that
Can't
guy.
help
He's
it.
grammar
Can't help
police.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I'm kind of that guy.
What's the word?
Coliseum.
Come on, GPD.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't really care about the word. I care about the smiles on the card. They look so happy. Here's
You
another
sergeant of
card.
the GPD.
Yeah. Here's another card I received yesterday from a lovely family, the Spector family here in San Diego. So I want to send a shout out to Steve, Sherry, and their kids. This one's a hilarious one. We've been talking a lot about vaccinations and shots. Look at this card. Can you guys see this card if you're watching on YouTube and you're watching on TV? This one, the Spector family believes there is one booster shot we can all agree on. Okay, you talk about a creative card. And then inside, a shot of holiday cheer, of course. And then there's a picture of the husband, the wife, the daughter, and the son. They've all got their Band-Aids on their arm, and they've all got letters underneath their Band-Aids, LOVE, for love. And then on the back, they've got a picture of their dog, and they say the World Health Organization, the WHO, the World Health Organization has said that dogs can come out of quarantine. And then at the end, they write, to be clear, WHO, who, to be clear, who let the dogs out? That's true. You talk about creative cards here. I want to say to everybody who sends me a card, I thank you. I love you. You give me great holiday cheer, but I apologize because I don't send out holiday cards. I feel like a schmuck about it. It's just I'm too lazy. I'm too cheap. I feel like I don't have the time to actually do it. I should be better at it. And then I got to get your address, and then I got to put addresses on envelopes, and then I got to put stamps, and then I got to go send. I mean, listen, for those of you that send out holiday cards, you're wonderful people. Me, terrible person, I guess.
Listen, if you've got time to put that much effort into it, you should write a comedy series. That's a lot with the shot, the arms, and the dog, and the WHO. I mean, listen, that's solid. That's solid. That's a solid card.
That's a good piece of content right there, isn't it?
Hallmark. That's Hallmark level. You in the wrong business.
Yeah. You're right. It is a really great card. All right, listen, let's just get rolling here on some stuff that actually probably matters to people, at least a little bit. Yesterday we were talking about
minor league baseball.
Not minor league baseball.
Oh, my bad.
You want to break down the Padres minor league system, Brown?
I mean, not me. Alex probably can.
Oh, I think that they draft somebody in the Rule 5 minor league draft yesterday.
Look at this guy.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm up to date on all things
Papa Padre
Triple A Chihuahuas. Yeah, I'm sorry that they drafted right-hander Nolan Hoffman and Carlos Santiago with a total of 51 selections in the 2021 minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft. I apologize.
Now, you just said a name, though. The last name, anyway, struck me.
Yeah.
You said they drafted somebody named Nolan Hoffman?
They did.
Now, I don't remember any of Trevor's boys. He's got 3 of them, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of them are named Nolan. So, I was wondering when you said Hoffman, I was like, wait a second, did they draft like one of Trevor's kids?
Don't they have a third base coach named Hoffman too?
Well, that was his.
Used to.
That was his brother, Glenn Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he got kids.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about Padres minor leaguers. I'm not going to talk about Rule 5 drafts. And frankly,
we're going to upset the people in the chat.
I guess so.
I don't know why you guys are not interested in this. This is future superstars of San Diego Padres.
Yeah. Where are these kids being drafted from in this Rule 5 draft? Are these college guys?
Other places. Other teams they've already been drafted.
They've been washed out on other teams. Great, cool, good.
Exactly.
I don't know anything about the Rule 5 draft, and very frankly, I don't have any interest in it. But if that pisses everybody off because I'm not breaking down the Rule 5 draft picks, let me know. I'll do my homework on it.
I actually don't think that the Padres drafted those people, but I really don't know. I think those were people taken. I don't think the Padres took those people. Oh, there we go. Grant Gavin. That's who the Padres took. The Padres took right-hand pitcher Grant Gavin from the Royals.
Yeah.
That's in the first round, and that is it. That's the only player that the Padres drafted yesterday. You guys want a scouting report on Grant Gavin?
Oh, would love one.
Yeah, me too. He is drafted in 2016 by the Kansas City Royals, 29th round, 883rd pick overall. Did they have that many freaking rounds still? Last season he went 5-3 with a 4.36 ERA in 48 games, no starts, 4 saves, 74.1 innings pitched, 92 strikeouts with a WHIP of 1.26.
What level? What level was he at? Was it single A, double A, triple A?
I don't understand.
Triple A Omaha.
Omaha. Future star.
I don't understand how baseball can maintain so many different levels and still and people cry broke. Like, look, man, wipe all that out. One minor league team.
CBA.
Right. One minor league team, really big roster, mix it between the 17-year-olds and the 40-year-olds who never made it, and y'all all play. Like, this 3 levels, winter ball, A ball, B ball,
rookie ball.
Get all this out of here, man. Like, what? No.
What? Yes.
No, can follow all this?
We should do a daily segment of all things happening in San Diego, and I'll bring you the goals, the soccers, anything happening, anything sports wise happening in San Diego. I should just update us every single day.
Well, major minor report.
That's kind of a funny thing that you just said, because it just reminded me. We got a text message this morning from Bill Hagan, the owner of 1090, and he sent us a picture of the front page of today's Union Tribune, the newspaper. And on the front page, I'm trying to find it here. On the front page of the newspaper today, there's an ad for the Kaplan and Crew show. So on the front page of today's Union Tribune, it says San Diego State pulls away from pesky Cal State Fullerton. Okay. They have a picture of Matt Ariza, the punter from San Diego State. Ariza could be first for Aztecs. So the first San Diego State player to win a major national football award. And that's coming up here in, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so, is the college football awards tonight. Then down at the bottom, there's a story about Bob Melvin from columnist Bryce Miller, who I happened to see last week at that J event.
Paris.
Jay Paris, thank you. I almost said Glazer. So here's today's front page of the Union Tribune paper. Alex is actually putting it up. So funny, Alex, you say this. If we did a quote unquote all San Diego sports report,
sponsored by the Union Tribune.
Well, yeah, find somebody to sponsor. But look at the bottom of the page. The very bottom of today's hard copy newspaper is a big ad for the Kaplan and Crew show. That's a wonderful thing to have, presuming people still pick up the paper. We should actually call Gary Cooper and go, Coop, you pick up the physical newspaper every single day. Yeah. Did you happen to notice our ad? Because I wonder if people even notice that stuff.
Yeah, because
it's also time for us to take a new picture.
Yeah, I think on the boat we got to take a picture with the three of us with the hoodie on or something.
Yeah, with the hoodies.
Yeah. My neighbor in this new building, I do think like 5 people get the paper. And I would say that 3 at least pick that up every day. There's always like 1 or 2 left behind. So yeah. I do see 5 newspapers every morning in the front gate. So
are they all UTs, or like does anybody get the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, the LA Times?
There is 5 UTs, and then there's one big fat one, which I don't know what it is, like in a pink bag.
Probably the USA Today.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, USA Today's not that fat. I don't know,
though. USA. I prefer the USA Today. If we're talking papers, the Union Tribune is a great publication. I've been in it. My next target is the USA Today. So the USA Today is a very good paper.
All right. Hey, I want to just take 1 minute. I'm going to get back to where I was planning on going, which was to get into this Fernando Tatis story, and I'll get there in 1 second. But I want to just say to everybody who's watching and listening right now, reminder, this Friday, 9 in the morning approximately till about 1 in the afternoon, then we got to get them back to work. Browner will be at West Coast Barbecue Shop down in Chula Vista, 2330 Proctor Valley Road is the address. That's the physical brick and mortar address. Now, if you want to go in and see the different varieties of Big Green Egg products, or if you want to see the different pizza ovens that Brian has imported literally from Italy, or if you're thinking about building a kitchen on your outdoor deck or in your backyard, Brian has all these different products there. It's not just grills. It's everything about cooking in the outdoors. It's everything about the grilling culture, if you will. WestCoastBBQShop.com is the website. And if you don't have the time to get down to the store, everything you're looking for is right there on the website, WestCoastBBQShop.com. Browner is down there 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Friday. And Brian Bushfield, he can be taking out all those nice meats that he's got in the freezer there or in the refrigerator, and he's going to be putting them out on grills. Browner's going to be chomping on food. You guys can come down and eat and try samples. WestCoastBBQShop.com, 2330 Proctor Valley Road. Browner is there, manana, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So be there. All right. Bob Melvin was asked yesterday by our colleague Marty Caswell, Party with Marty, about the Tatis situation. And she put video out. And so now we're gonna credit Marty for this video. But for everybody that was thinking like we were yesterday, like I don't really trust AC's reporting, minor injury. You know, I'm a little worried about it. I don't know if it's a motorcycle accident, car accident, medical facility. They didn't say hospital. So I'm not really sure. So Marty caught up with Bob Melvin. There was some charity event going on yesterday, and Bob Melvin was down there. And so let's take a listen to what Bob Melvin, the new manager of the Padres, can tell us about the Tatis situation.
No matter what time it is.
Okay, last thing I want to ask you, I know this is like a strange time right now for this sport. We cannot talk about specifics. Are you aware of anybody in your organization being involved in a minor motorcycle accident that you can comment?
Yeah, you know what? I unfortunately I can't. I think everything's okay as far as that goes. So that's about as far as I can go. I can't talk about specifics of certain players, but I know what you're talking about. I think all's pretty well there.
I know what you're talking about. I can't comment on it. We're in the middle of a lockout.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, and I think all is well. I think everything's
Yeah.
okay.
I will
When
tell
I-
you this. First thing I noticed, Bob
Mhm.
Melvin's a tall man.
Very
He's tall.
Very
Bob
tall.
Melvin's a tall
Uh,
man.
Also looks exactly like Bob Saget.
And he's also a Hebrew brother, from what I understand.
You imagine you're Bob Melvin. You're on a lockout. You can't talk to these guys. You can't have these guys in stadium. You can't work out with these guys. And then you get a call, hey, Fernando Tatis Jr. was in a motorcycle accident.
What? I just got this job.
What?
Right,
What are
right.
you
I
talking
took this
about?
job for him. Right.
I would love to see that moment. I needed a Hard Knocks moment right there. Hey, Bob. Yeah. Tatis? Yeah, he's down in the Dominican, right? I guess he has a motorcycle. He's
At that
okay.
point, your stomach just drops
know.
and you go, I guess I
Right.
got a
I guess he got a
motorcycle.
motorcycle. Got in an accident. Went to the hospital. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the same kid that refused to have shoulder surgery
Yep.
because he clearly doesn't trust anybody in the Padres, and he doesn't want to be bothered with the shoulder surgery in the offseason. He wants to go home. He wants to ride his motorcycle, apparently. So good job by you, Marty. Way to go. We appreciate that. And good job by Bob not saying anything while trying to sort of try and kind of answer the question. All right, we're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. A lot to get to. Thursday Night Football and a look at the NFL weekend on the way. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Men. Stick around, everybody.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Here at the mightier 1090 AM, we don't just bring you SoCal sports. That would be lame. We also bring you the blue and gold Fighting Irish. We're the radio flagship for Notre Dame football for all of Southern California. This is the mightier 1090 AM.
These are challenging times for our community.
The San Diego Food Bank and our North County Food Bank chapter are here if you need help. We have hundreds of locations throughout the county where you can get help with food.
We have food.
It's okay to ask for help.
Visit one of our drive-through and walk-up locations.
We can also help you sign up for CalFresh.
If you need help or if you can help, visit SanDiegoFoodBank.org.
Watch your San Diego State Aztecs take on the San Diego Christian Hawks. December 28th at 6 p.m. live from the Viejas Arena.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Great googly movie.
Oh, yeah. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon, where your trade-in is always worth more. Just off I-8 in El Cajon. Time now for Kaplan and Crew tonight's Community Connect. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon. And by Prospect Home Finance.
Last month, the Orange County Soccer Club hosted its second Corporate Cup, pitting local businesses against one another in a competitive round-robin soccer tournament, with the finalists playing at Championship Stadium after the Orange County SC home game on Wednesday, October 20th.
Really a great opportunity to get our whole company and our families out here together, spending time for a good cause and really enjoying it.
Co-ed teams from a variety of industries showed up at the Great Park Fields in Irvine to participate in the charity tournament, with the proceeds going to the OCSC Community Foundation to help further its mission to use soccer as a vehicle to promote health and wellness, support and empower youth, foster an inclusive environment, and unify the local community.
We feel great about giving back to our community. Experian is a company that tries to give back in many ways, and just being able to support this cause is awesome. Anything that we can do to kind of support Orange County, we're all about it.
It was a fun day out on the field with 16 teams battling it out for bragging rights to see who moved on to the finals.
They've been taking it pretty seriously so far. A lot of them have been practicing in the weeks leading up. They've got their own custom jerseys, and you can tell they're having a great time just getting out of the office on a Friday on a beautiful day here at the Orange County Gray Park.
The team members were extremely excited and passionate. We got more than expected entries, and we had to tell people then just show up and cheer the team.
Participating companies were also treated to meet and greets and private coaching sessions with OCSC players and coaches.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's Community Connect is fueled by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Listen to the Mightier 1090 for the LA Football Show with Ryan Dyru. Fridays at 5 p.m. The best guests and the best coverage for your LA football teams. Rams, Chargers, UCLA, USC, SDSU. We have them covered. Only on the Mightier 1090 AM.
Food insecurity is defined as not having sufficient resources to buy food either for yourself or for your family. Folks who are food insecure struggle with not having enough food to eat because maybe they lost their jobs. It is important to not just look at one person as being food insecure, but really looking at them as it could be anyone. The San Diego Food Bank has been around for over 40 years. Our job is to help procure food for San Diego County residents to make sure that no one is going to bed hungry. Accessing food from the San Diego Food Bank is very simple. A lot of our distributions right now are operating as drive-through distributions, so they are safe to attend if you are concerned with getting out of your vehicle and walking into a food pantry. The San Diego Food Bank needs your continued support. Please visit our website at sandiegofoodbank.org, and there you will see all of the different ways that you too can get involved.
There's a difference between just getting there and enjoying the journey. At Team Mazda of El Cajon, we put you in the driver's seat of the best cars around. From our stylish crossover SUVs to our classic sedans and sports cars. At Team Mazda of El Cajon, your good credit and trade-in can turn into the Mazda of your dreams. Start enjoying your drive with the new Mazda today. Visit Team Mazda of El Cajon.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
San Diego State men's basketball pulled out a win against Fullerton on Wednesday night. It was Matt Bradley again that showed out for the Aztecs, putting up 22 points in the 66-56 win. Trey Pulliam had 15 points and 7 rebounds, while Adam Seiko had 11 points. SDSU had a big lead late in the first half, but Fullerton powered back in the second half to keep things close. The Aztecs now have 5 straight wins at home. They have won 30 straight against Big West opponents. On the year, SDSU is 6-3. The Aztecs have a 9-day break for final exams before they take on St. Mary's next Friday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance. Brought to you by Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable. Watch your San Diego State Aztecs take on the San Diego Christian Hawks. December 28th at 6 p.m. live from the Viejas Arena.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the Mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 and Your View. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Hey, great friends. It's Thursday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew, along with Grande and the Brown Man from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com, 7 minutes from downtown San Diego. So, Grande, Brown Man, I love this weekend of NFL football. Certain weekends you look at games and you say they don't look so great on a Thursday, but they turn out to be great games on Sunday. This is a week where I really, really love the schedule, mostly because coming up in just about an hour and change from now, Alex's Minnesota Vikings against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's an interesting game. Sunday night football is going to have Browners Bears against the Packers, which is a very interesting game, not because the Bears should present any threat, but just the controversy back and forth between Aaron Rodgers and the Bears fans, which we'll get back to.
Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears, what does that make the Bears to Aaron Rodgers? Like official property? Or what is that? How does that work?
Hear that, Browner?
Tell him come try to take it. How about that?
Have him come try and take what?
The property that he says is his. Come take it. Chump.
Chump. And then Monday Night Football is the Rams
Your
and
Rams.
the Cardinals. Right. And listen, here's the thing. If the Rams win, I think people will look at the Rams as serious contenders. And if Arizona wins, I'm not sure how much that does for people to take Arizona more seriously, although I will. I'll tell you that. Although I just don't think the Rams are anywhere near as good as we may have thought they were when they were 7-1 and they were beating up on like the Giants, the Texans, the Lions, and then they lose 3 straight games and then they beat the Jaguars and they're 8-4 and they're very much in the playoff picture for sure. But if you want to have a home playoff game, if you have any desire or if you have any thought around having a home playoff game, if the Rams lose this game to Arizona, you can count that out. It's over.
I think that they're going. I think if the if the Cardinals pound the Rams, like not embarrassing, but beat them in extremely convincing fashion, similar to what they did the first time, I think people will start to notice because the Rams have the nation's attention from a football aspect, and if you can do that to them now twice, people would have to start looking at them like, wait, this might be the best team in football. Record-wise, they are, but performance-wise, I think for some reason they've flown under the radar.
And I'll say this for the Rams.
Mhm.
I would say that the only credit that I will give them this season is that they are the only team in the NFL that's beaten the teams that they're supposed to. Because we've seen the Titans lose to teams they're not supposed to. We've seen the Bills, the Bucks. Yes, the Rams have not beat really anybody good except the Bucks.
Right.
But at
In
least
week
they didn't
3.
lose to like all the other crappy teams they played, which we've seen.
Right, but they did lose home games to division opponent like Arizona. They lost a home game to Tennessee when Tennessee didn't have Derrick Henry. And frankly, they started 7-1 and everybody had them at the top of the power rankings. And then they lose 3 straight games and they're 7-4 and they come back and they beat Jacksonville to get to 8-4, but nobody's really impressed. Their schedule is not conducive to winning a championship, meaning they're not tested enough. And then just throw on top of it, they barely ever run the ball. I mean, last week, Sony Michel had over 100 yards, 124 yards rushing on like 22 carries. This is the first time they've committed to running the ball and controlling the clock. But look who they were doing against, Jacksonville. So when you look at the weekend schedule, Alex, Steelers, Vikings, you usually have a feeling about your Vikings. What do you think about tonight?
Double-digit victory for the Vikings tonight. I'll say it again.
Yeah, I'm letting that marinate.
Double-digit victory by the Vikings tonight.
It's in Minnesota.
The Steelers' defense is not very good. It's in Minnesota. Ben's washed. Like if Ben is washed.
Jared Goff.
I believe I got to look at the.
What does Jared Goff have to do with anything?
They just lost to the Lions, dog. Don't come out here talking like, yeah, I agree with you. Ben Roethlisberger's done, but y'all lost to the Lions, dog. Y'all ain't no.
So they're not going to win any more games. I think
ain't no double. Games. Don't come into no double digit.
I'm just explaining to you why I feel this way because I have these premonitions in sports. I think that this so far in this football season I've been proven right way more than I've been proven wrong so far this year. I'll tell you that I think Dalvin Cook's going to play for whatever reason because little side note for you guys that don't watch Vikings football, He's never really hurt. He only pretends to be when he fumbles. And that's what happened to him last week, okay?
That's smart. It's smart.
Thielen's out, but I don't think that matters too much as long as Jefferson's a go, Conklin's a go, Cook's a go. Even then, Madison's good. Whatever. I think they're okay there. I think their defense is getting healthy. And I just don't – I think the Steelers are the – what are they? I don't even know what they are. Anyways, Vikings double-digit win.
I don't know.
Because they win games
last week.
that you think they're not going to win, and they lose games that you think they should win. That's what the Vikings
It's a
do.
primetime game for Kirk Cousins. Is that still a thing?
Yes, but I don't know if the Steelers have a winning record. I think they're aren't they 500?
Oh, they have that tie.
Oh, they have a winning record.
6-5-1.
That
So
might
wait,
change
so
my-
what is
my
what is
feeling.
give us the Kirk Cousins on prime time against teams with winning records?
Oh, Kirk Cousins' record in general against winning teams. I think he's got like 8 wins.
You know, I take it back. I take back what I said to you.
Okay.
Because didn't the Steelers tie the Lions?
They did.
They did.
Then I remove my skepticism of your score.
Okay.
Well, wait a second. The Vikings lost to the Lions. The Steelers tied the Lions.
Ties a
but
loss, my man.
Yeah, but the Steelers, to their credit, you got to give them some credit. The Steelers, who you kind of thought were down and out, listen, you go back a couple weeks ago, right? We saw the Steelers lose to the Chargers.
Right.
Then the Steelers lost to the Bengals. And the
They
Bengals
should've
were
lost to
beating
the
their
Bears.
chest. The Bengals were beating their chest like, we have just dethroned Ben Roethlisberger, Mike Tomlin, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In other words, if you think Baltimore is the top team in the division and you think Pittsburgh's kind of right there, Cleveland made a move last year, and Cincinnati's always been the Chargers of their division. But Cincinnati, to sweep the Steelers in a season and dominate them the way they did, Cincinnati feels like they have leapfrogged, right? So the Steelers were down, and then what do they do last week? They find a way to beat the Baltimore Ravens. And look, we can all break down individual plays that happened in that game where Baltimore could have wrapped it all up, but they didn't. So Pittsburgh, I'm thinking, inside a dome with no weather to contend with of any kind on prime time. Alex, double digits. That's a big call right there. I would take that wager, by the way.
Kirk Cousins, this is before they beat the Packers, I believe, like right before they beat the Packers. So now he's 8-37 against teams with winning record.
In prime time or just
No,
generally?
in general. Yeah.
So
I don't
in
want to talk about
45
Kirk
games.
Cousins prime time, okay? It's not something I like to bring up.
Why is that? Is that also because that
It's
record right
terrible.
there,
It's terrible.
8-37. You've played 45 games against teams with winning records, and you've only won 8 of them.
Yes.
This is a guy, by the way, that's been to the playoffs, won playoff games.
And then
After
made about
the-
$200 million playing quarterback.
After the Vikings lost to the Cowboys on Halloween on prime time, Kirk Cousins is 8-17. So at least the 8, the 8 wins.
Consistent.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just a feeling, okay? Like I'm telling you, like you guys don't understand. Like I watch almost every Vikings game up until this year because F1 has taken over my heart. But it's just a feeling. Like we know, and I will incorporate all Vikings fans, realistic ones. We know when we're gonna do something stupid, and we know when they are just gonna shock everybody and look like a great team. Today is one of those days.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like the Chargers, really. Speaking of the Chargers for a minute here, anybody paying attention to the fact that the Chargers this weekend are playing against the very lowly New York Football Giants, who are 4-8, and they're really one of the worst teams in football. But the thing is this. There's 2 interesting storylines going into this game, which make it kind of hard to predict how it's going to go down. The Chargers are a 10-point favorite over the Giants. But have you seen what's going on with the Chargers and their wide receiving core?
Yep.
It's not only Keenan Allen, but now it's Mike Williams. Now, Keenan Allen, according to the story, he has a positive COVID test. Mike Williams, the number 2 wide receiver for the Chargers, and maybe you could argue that he's number 1, he has close contact, so he's on the list. And Chris Harris is also on the list. Not that he's one of their top wide receiver types like these 2 guys are. Right. I mean, he's on the other side of the ball. But still, like, you tell me. Now, look, the Chargers, I will give them this credit. they do have they've got a stable of tight ends and wide receivers. We always think of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams as their top two, but they got other guys. But without your top two receivers, what happens to Herbolt, L.A. Brown?
Look, I knew you was gonna come in here with that. Let me explain something to you about the Bolt, sir. Herbolt, the franchise. This is what I'm telling you. He will elevate the others on the roster, okay? He will take that wide receiver core with the top two guys out and just start going bing, 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 bing. Success down the field. Now, the Giants aren't a good team, especially not in the secondary. So I'm expecting them to still be able for him to throw guys open. This is what I talked about when I'm talking about elevating the roster. You're about to see it.
The roster.
The roster.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I will. I'm the one that said I think that the Chargers are going to win the AFC West. It's another feeling of mine.
You did say that.
I think they struggle early against this Giants team, and then they do what they're supposed to do. But I want them to, because I want next week's possible loss to the Chiefs to hurt even more.
Yeah. Well, there's
That's
no
a Thursday
way.
night game, by the way.
Oh, that's next Thursday's game.
Mhm.
So here's the thing, though. The Giants, you think the Chargers are in bad shape because they've lost their top two wide receivers? The Giants are a disaster. They've lost their top two quarterbacks. So Daniel Jones, who's not really a good quarterback at all,
to begin with.
Right. Like, so you start off with a guy who was drafted in the first round out of Duke, as I recall, right? And he's never really been good. He's out with a neck injury. The backup quarterback, Mike Glennon, he's questionable with a concussion.
Terrible, too, by the way.
Well, only because he played for the Bears, and that makes you happy that he's not there and that he didn't succeed. He made a bunch of money. Okay, fine. But after that, after the Giants' first two experienced quarterbacks, Daniel Jones and Mike Glennon, what they've got after that are guys who, Jake Fromm, does anybody remember where he played college ball?
Georgia.
Yeah, he played at Georgia.
I can't wait for the Bears Giants.
Why is that?
Justin Fields versus Jake Fromm. Justin Fields had to leave Georgia because this clown and racism. So I'm glad he went to Ohio State and now he's on the Chicago Bears. I can't wait for that revenge game. We got a lot of revenge games coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, anyway, can you imagine the Chargers maybe get the kind of break where, look, they're playing against a bad team to begin with, but this bad team all of a sudden has essentially a rookie quarterback. I think I don't know if this is his first year or second year, but he's got no snaps. None.
Yeah.
He never played.
Yeah.
So the
Neither
Chargers
has
catch
the
themselves quite a
backup.
big break.
But I did read today that Mike Glennon could be cleared, like it matters, but he could be cleared to play on Sunday. Because for a while it did look like Jake Fromm was going to be in line for his first start. And then their backup, Brian Lewerke.
He looks like a punter.
Dude, it was so hard to find pictures of the guy to put in this graphic. But yeah, 0 career snaps for both of them. And that's why they're wearing red jerseys. The only time I could find pictures of them is in training camp.
Yeah, how about that? So, okay, I'm looking around the rest of the NFL this weekend, and I'm looking up at my computer. So for those of you guys that are watching on TV and YouTube, you're like, why are you not looking at me? I'm looking over here. Ravens, Browns this weekend. Browns coming off a bye. Ravens coming off that loss to Pittsburgh. Curious about that game for sure. Raiders, Chiefs. This is a Sunday morning 10 a.m. game. Keep my eye on that game. The Chiefs are 9.5-point favorites there. Anybody think the Raiders compete in this game? Because last week I had them against the Washington football team, and they lost by 2. But something about the Raiders playing the Chiefs. Yeah, 9.5 is a lot of points.
Yes.
How about the Chiefs winning games with their defense?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's been standing out to me. If the offense figures it out, from like last year, that's a scary team, man. But the Chiefs did crush the Raiders 3 weeks ago, if you remember.
Yeah. Also in the 10
Chiefs
o'clock
have only
window.
given up. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
17 points, 7 points, 14, 9, and 9. The last
how about
5
that?
games.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I'd be looking at this game a lot differently had the Raiders won last week against Washington. Had they won that game, I'd probably be thinking to myself, the Raiders are still in this thing and they've got a chance. But by losing that game, it's totally
Washington's
changed
good
my
though.
perception.
No,
think
I
Washington is good.
don't know about good, but they're there.
They're 6-6.
Yeah.
And here's one of the most interesting games of the weekend, I think. The Cowboys are playing the Washington football team, Browner.
Mhm.
The WFT. I almost called them the Reds.
The WTFs.
You almost did.
Right.
Let
The
it breathe.
Cowboys are playing Washington. Cowboys are 8-4. Washington 6-6. I don't know what it is about this quarterback. Is his name Tyler Heineke?
Mhm.
Yes.
Heineke.
I think he's good. I think guys rally around him. I love the way he plays with emotion. I think Washington's going to beat the Cowboys this weekend.
Listen, I hope so. I hope so, because I love it when the Cowboys lose, man.
Yeah,
I
and
really do.
we always get like funky Skip Bayless videos that make everybody uncomfortable too.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith videos where Stephen A. just laughs at all the
Just
Cowboy fans.
excited.
Did you
You
guys
know?
see Stephen A. yell at the Knicks this morning? I
No.
saw a clip on Twitter.
You
You're
all
like,
watch you listen, you watch a lot of morning sports talk
No,
shows,
he
bro.
watches
no, I went on
watches
Twitter. It's all
He watches
dude. I don't
Twitter.
gotta watch.
Yeah, he does.
It's like I don't gotta watch any of that crap because the good stuff comes out on Twitter. He literally yelling at the camera like he's talking to the locker room full of Knicks. Can you guys get your head out of your ass? What is this? I thought you were good. You're not good. It was hilarious, dude. Hilarious.
Just keep it on here with the NFL schedule this weekend. You know, the Chargers play the Giants, a game we talked about at 1:00. Then the Bills play the Buccaneers at 1:25, which I think is an interesting game because
Ooh.
you know, I think a lot of us have we don't think the Bills are any good anymore.
How
You know,
many times will Tom Brady pass?
I'd say probably 3 or 4 times. Kind of the same way Mac Jones only had to throw the ball 3 times last week.
Okay.
The Bills season could really just collapse.
It could.
If they lost to the Pats, they play the Bucks, and they play the Pats again.
Yeah.
This Bills season, they could easily be 500 in 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then the Bears Packers Sunday night. And
You
that's
skipped 49ers Bengals. That does nothing for you?
I guess it does because the 49ers have climbed back into the race at 6-6. And the Bengals coming off that loss against the Chargers at 7-5. That's probably one of the most competitive and important for each individual team games this weekend. Yeah.
The fact that the fact that the 49ers have gotten themselves back to 6-6 is a testament to their coaching staff, man. Because that's a tough division that they're playing in. We've seen what happened in Seattle. They haven't been able to get their mouthpiece back together. But somehow San Francisco, through injuries, they had a huge COVID issue too. They just kept churning and kept churning and kept churning. I mean, there were people talking about firing Kyle Shanahan after like the week 4 because it wasn't looking right.
They were just
and
so hurt.
And they weren't right. They weren't playing the rookie. And play the rookie. Then he got hurt. Then
Trey
they got
Lance.
stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo, and then Jimmy Garoppolo found the rhythm, and now they're back in it.
Yeah, they are back in it.
That
That's
loss
true.
to Seattle was pretty rough, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was great for Seattle because they desperately needed a win, and it was really bad for San Francisco, who couldn't afford to take that loss. Hey, let me have 1 minute to just remind everybody out there about our friends from iThrive MD. Now, this Saturday, when we go out on the cruise on the Yacht America with Next Level Sailing, you'll meet a couple of the different doctors that are at iThrive MD. So you'll have an opportunity for those of you that have not yet decided whether or not you want to go through with this. I mean, it's not that difficult, right? It's not really that complicated. You walk into iThrive MD, you get your testosterone levels checked. It's free. If your testosterone is low, they're going to start you on a series of testosterone treatments. And now Dr. Damani has told everybody the first month of your testosterone treatments, 50% savings. But you really do need to book an appointment before Christmas. Christmas is on Saturday, the 25th. You'll probably need to book it before Christmas Eve, Friday the 24th. So between now and December 23rd, all you have to do is call this number, 858-240-1497, 858-240-1497. Make an appointment to see one of the doctors at iThrive MD. Get your testosterone levels checked because if you're an older dude, and I say older, you're getting older, 40 and up, you're starting to feel a little depression. You're not getting out of bed in the morning excited, ready to roll. You're not sleeping well. You have low sex drive. These are all indications that it could be that you have low testosterone. But here's something I want to read to you. I got an email from Raquel Gay, because that's DJ Gay's wife. She works at iThrive MD. She said, hey, I wanted to let you know, if you could, mention to all of your listeners about the aesthetic specials we have for your wife, your girlfriend, for a Christmas gift. An iThrive gift card, Botox, filters, women want to look younger. You can mention all of these kinds of things. So look, if you purchase a gift card of $200 or more, we'll give them a $20 off one-time service. So again, great idea for a gift, Raquel, great idea. An iThrive MD gift card for the lady in your life, maybe a little Botox here or there, or other services that they offer. Go to ithrivemd.com/Kaplan for more information and call that number 858-240-1497. So we left off on the Bills, Bucks, and the 49ers, Bengals, and then Sunday night, Browner, the Bears and the Packers. That's a game I know I'll be watching. I mean, I'm as interested in that Bears-Packers game as I am in tonight's Steelers-Vikings game. I like when your teams play and I can root against them.
Look, man, I can't think of nothing better than ending Sunday night with Justin Fields looking up at the crowd in Green Bay and going, "I'm gonna own you now." I hope he does. He's got too much class for that, but I hope he can stoop down for a second.
If he finishes the game.
Why? Why you got to do that? Why? How does that benefit you to say that? Huh?
Listen, you guys, here's ideally what happens tonight. Andy Dalton comes in and beats the Packers. That would be ideal for me.
Oh my God, would that be great? If QB1 comes in and Browner, how would you feel about that? Your Bears win, you're ecstatic, right?
Don't count.
Oh, it doesn't count.
Wouldn't count for me. It'll count in terms of the record. It'll count for Matt Nagy. It won't count for me. And I don't care.
Would you rather lose with Andy Dalton or win with Andy Dalton against the Packers?
If Andy Dalton's the starting quarterback, lose.
Okay. All right. Stick around, everybody. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studios, 7milecasino.com. Captain Fathom and Captain Troy are coming up. Fat Tony's coming up. Everybody hang with us. This is Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Everyone knows when it comes to NFL football, Raider Nation is the #1 pro football team in SoCal. Disagree? Tough. Talk Raiders every Friday at 6 p.m. on Silver and Black Tonight, only on the mightier 1090 AM.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on Your View or stream it online at yourview.com. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives. Brought to you by Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable. Watch your San Diego State Aztecs take on the San Diego Christian Hawks. December 28th at 6 p.m. live from the Viejas Arena. Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
San Diego State men's basketball pulled out a win against Fullerton on Wednesday night. It was Matt Bradley again that showed out for the Aztecs, putting up 22 points in the 66-56 win. Trey Pulliam had 15 points and 7 rebounds, while Adam Seiko had 11 points. SDSU had a big lead late in the first half, but Fullerton powered back in the second half to keep things close. The Aztecs now have 5 straight wins at home. They have won 30 straight against Big West opponents. On the year, SDSU is 6-3. The Aztecs have a 9-day break for final exams before they take on St. Mary's next Friday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Catch Kaplan and Crew Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. If you've listened to Scott Kaplan the last 20 years, you know one thing. He likes to stir up some shit. A new generation of radio. The all-new and mightier 1090.
Welcome to Team Mazda of Oklahoma. Thank you for joining us to make the trip to San Diego's first Mazda retail evolution facility. It takes years and years to put all this together and to make Team Mazda a reality. Unbelievable team here.
Thank you to John and Corinne for the opportunity. It's a privilege and an honor to say that this is the store I get to be the general manager of.
I do want to speak to what I have in my hand here. It is a big, heavy plaque representing the grand opening. So I want to present this to John, say thank you again.
We're very proud of the work that you're doing here. I commend you on your future prosperity. At this point, I want to invite you all outside to hear a drum demonstration.
At La Jolla Cosmetic, we try to help people achieve well-being, and we feel that it's not only important to look good, but also feel good inside. And honestly, what a better opportunity to help my community than being a supporter of an organization such as Las Patronas.
The mission of Las Patronas is to provide financial assistance to local nonprofits that are providing valuable community services in the areas of health, education, social services, and cultural arts. La Jolla Cosmetic has been one of our biggest supporters at Las Patronas, so we couldn't do what we do without their support.
You feel the need and you see the need because we go to visit each grant applicant.
Partnering with groups that are actually dedicated to help your community, it's the best thing that you can do as a responsible business.
Our mission at Shelter to Soldier is twofold. We're saving lives two at a time. We adopt dogs from shelters and rescues across California, and we're training these dogs that are carefully evaluated for 12 to 18 months, and they're going to become psychiatric service dogs that are later placed with post 9/11 combat veterans.
As one of the leading law firms in California, we at the Barnes firm believe it is really important to give back to our community.
This team of amazing individuals has got to come together, and they've actually sponsored 3 dogs. One of them being our pal Barney, rescued out of a shelter, believe it or not. And he was named after the late Steve Barnes, which brings a lot of personal meaning to the team at the Barnes firm, to our organization. So being able to carry on that legacy through Barney's work and helping fellow veterans is really important to everybody, us included.
It's quite an honor for us to have Barney join the family, and we're looking forward to meeting the service member who he's paired up with.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Wilsey Asset Management is an investment advisory firm registered with the SEC. We're a firm that's a fiduciary firm, and we manage $500 million in assets for clients and businesses nationwide. We do better when our clients do better. You want to have a win-win situation. And I saw the same thing with charities. Some of the charities that we're involved in would include Crews for Kids. Another organization that we really helped a lot was Children's Hospital. And there's also other organizations that we help as well in addition to those.
Kind of growing up and seeing how involved my dad was in the community, it really rubbed me, I'm going to say, in the right way. I did kind of take that one step further, I would say, and actually did start my own charity. It's called the Fighters Fight Foundation. What we do is we actually provide experiences to women that are battling stage 3 or stage 4 breast cancer. Our charity is not just about providing the experiences for women, it's also too on educating people. If you want to get involved in the foundation, you can go to our website, fightersfightfoundation.com.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on YourView, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.